So now it just becomes the tweaking. Alright, let's pull up Windows Explorer and make sure that it sees there's another hard drive in there. Right there. Local disk C. Okay, so I try to have everything all together in a file, just in case I have to do an install like this, where it has everything in one place that I need to get up and running. So first of all, with the operating system, there's a debloater that's available on GitHub, Windows 10 debloater, and it works with your PowerShell script. So you got to do a right click and run with PowerShell. Now what this does is will remove all of the extra crap that Windows has come with. You know, if you don't use an Xbox, you don't need all of that. You don't need all of the extra games that's installed in here, Candy Crush and all of that. So just get rid of it and you have a nice, lean, mean operating system. So I will say A for yes to all, and then there you go. So I made a good choice. Alright, so this is the GUI, or GUI, however you want to say it, of the debloater. Now the best thing to do right here is to customize the blacklist. Alright, so that way you have a choice of what you want to remove or not. Okay, so these are non-removable, obviously. The Windows calculator you want to keep the Windows Store, you want to keep Windows Photos. Okay, so all of this Xbox stuff can go away. We don't need Xbox. Sticky notes, Paint, Windows Camera, .NET, Image, Screen Sketch, Store Purchase App, Video Extensions, Web Media, Desktop and App Installer, Synthberry, Slack, NVIDIA, Mixed Reality. That would be for the virtual reality stuff, I believe, which we don't need, but just in case, I'll hang on to it for a minute. Okay, so Solitaire, she may want to play Solitaire one time, I don't know. Okay, Office. Okay, we're gonna do the Store Purchase App, Office To-Do List, Windows Alarm, Sound Recorder, Clips. Anything you're not sure about, just keep it. Better safe than sorry. Oh, you know, because I copied it from this computer over. That's why it's looking like everything that I have on this one. Pandora, Candy Crush, Wunderlist, Flipboard, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Minecraft. We don't need any of this. Anything with advertising. We use Android phones, so we don't need to have the phone there. Okay, so there we customized our list. So we're going to get out of here and we're going to remove the bloatware with the customized blacklist. Alright, and if there's something that we need on here, you can see it going in the background. But if there's something, we can revert. So that okay, so bloatware is removed. We're gonna disable Cortana. All right, I think that should do it. So that makes this a whole lot easier to deal with. Let's reboot. Just to make sure it gets cleared out of there. I had to actually look up how to get rid of Skype on a YouTube video, and it's pretty easy. You just got to know where to go, because there's something in the regedit area that you have to do, and that's kind of dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, or if you don't follow it to a T. And if you delete the wrong thing, your history, the whole thing, you might as well do this process all over again. Oh, please wait. You can tell it's faster already. All right, now, boom. All right, so on the taskbar, we're not going to have Cortana. We're not going to have the task view. We can get rid of the store and unpin edge. We don't even need the search bar. There we go. So the only way that I really use the computer is through Windows Explorer, and I mean that's the only way to go as far as I'm concerned, these programs and everything. Alright, so because I don't like this of Windows 10, this sucks. So I am going to go back to my bare bones operating system. Okay, we already did the debloater. I want to do the classic shell setup. Run as administrator. Classic shell will give you a menu that is closer to the way Windows 7 was. Except the only thing is with the classic shell is that as far as I know, it has not been updated in a long time, but then when Windows 10 has an update, this usually gets an update too, so I'm not sure exactly. Okay, so on this is an entire feature will be installed on your hard drive. Boom, all of that. So we're gonna go next, ready to install. But any of my programs that I have here, I believe they're all free, and you can Google any of them to find them. It's it's nothing that you can't find on your own. You don't need me to hold your hand. So we're not going to do the README file. We're going to do finish, and I can't remember if it restarts or not. Okay, so we're not going to replace the start button, but We're going to show all settings. And we'll just walk through the start menu style. We're going to do Windows 7, controls. I think pretty much all of the standard menu is good. There is something in here that I want, though. Inside, we want to show folders first. We don't want to hide app shortcuts. Pin programs. Okay, we don't want to show recent programs. Is it recent or frequent? Recently launched. These are frequently launched. Let's see. We're gonna show recent programs on top. Show recent Metro apps. We don't think jump lists. We don't really need jump lists, I don't think. They're not critical. Shutdown's gonna shut down. We don't want the hybrid, but I'm gonna do that on a different way. Okay, sort recent documents by name. Show start screen shortcut. Okay, general behavior, there we go. We don't want to highlight newly installed stuff. That's such a useless feature. We're going to check for Windows updates on down, drag and drop, expand folder, pre-cache, okay. Search box. We're not gonna mess with that. Transitions. Skin, we're not gonna touch it. Okay, start button, taskbar, Windows 10 settings, customize. Here we go. Administrative tools. We want to let's see, display as a menu. So then when it does its own menu, or you can click on it to go to open the Windows Explorer window. So we're gonna display Metro apps. Display as a menu. Okay. Network display this item. Recent items we don't need. Games. Music. Pictures. Okay. Context. Cascading. Sounds. Language. Alright, so it's going to be United States English anyway. Alright, so classicshell.net is where I get this. www.classicshell.net. We're going to check for updates, and it failed because it's an older program. 4.3.1 has been around for quite some time, but it continues working, so I continue using it, and I'm going to keep using it until it doesn't work anymore. So now you see it's a lot more usable, user-friendly. You got your control panel menu, you got your administrative tools. I guess we don't need to display the apps. I thought that was something different. So, and if you want to get back to the Windows 10, it's that. Okay, so it's just not what I like. Alright, so on administrative tools, I want computer management, and I am going to pin that to the start menu right off the bat before I forget. So all the devices, let's see. Okay, the Marvel, I knew there was something. Mice, those are good. Show hidden devices. I want to take so we'll come back to this. So right away there's a driver that we need, the Marvel, and I think I know where that's at. Actually, it's just not on this system, it's on mine, so I'll have to come back to that. So let's see, what else can we do on, alright, the old Windows photo viewer is a lot more user-friendly to me than the Windows 10 one. If you look at, alright, we're going to show hidden items, and we're going to show file name extensions. Alright, so you'll see on a JPEG image, this is the Windows 10 photo system, and I don't like it. I mean, I know that you can do more with it. You can crop it, you can rotate it, and yada yada, and you can print from it. I like the old one better. It just feels better to me, so I like to activate it. And again, this is a reg entry. So, but I know this one is safe. I've used it a lot of times, and I just keep I've saved it, so I can just double click on that, and we're gonna say yes. So yes, and it has been successfully added. So now when I go back, and I can do a right click on here and open with, we're going to choose another app, and under more apps it's going to show up here, Windows Photo Viewer, and we're going to always use that. So this is just a more simple, and it's quicker, and boom, it's there. And then this here is how to reduce the WinSxS folder. But I mean, this is Windows 7, but it's still, I believe it's still a bloated folder on this. Let's see, let's just go down the list. We got I believe these are PowerShells that okay, never mind. That was a troubleshooting app. Install background, backup at sync, install, okay, we're not doing Java yet. We're a different mouse. We are doing Power Toys. And we don't need a desktop icon. We're gonna start the Power Toys. Install. There's that refresh Windows tool that doesn't work. I'm not so sure I like that mouse. But now that it's working, I'm good to use the other one. Yes, I have two mice hooked up because the other one didn't work. Alright, this is fun. I'm already an hour into it, and that doesn't include the first little blip when I first started. So I'm gonna have quite a bit of editing to do on this one. I think I'll get a mint. Alright. So we completed. Completed it out. Okay. So this is reducing that folder. If it's not needed, it won't do it. So what we're going to do is go into the search and type in command. Whoop. Wrong keyboard. Command. And then we're going to do it with administrative abilities. And then we're going to follow what this says. DISM space / online space / cleanup dash image space / SP super seeded enter. Operation completed successfully. Okay, I'm going to go next. Okay. The Hiberfil.sys. That's another bloated extra large file, and it's the hibernate option, and we don't need that, so I get rid of it. And this is how. Once again on the command, what we're doing is power CFG space -H off. And if you want it back on, you just say on. I'm actually wanting to skip this at the moment because of another thing I want to do. Okay, we're going to exit out of this, and we're going to come back to this. So I want to get in here to the power options. Power options, and we're gonna do a tell me more about power plan. Choose what the power buttons do. We're gonna change settings that are currently unavailable. Okay, we're not gonna hibernate. Lock, turn on fast startup. We're actually gonna turn off the fast startup. Then, when you press the power button, you want to shut down. When you press the sleep button, which there isn't one, we're going to do nothing. Save those changes. Then we're going to choose, let's see, we're going to change plan, show additional plan, high performance, that's what I want. We're going to change the plan. We're never going to turn off the display, never put the computer to sleep. We're going to max all of this. Okay, power options. We're going to press the down until it says never. We don't want the hard disk to time out. Internet Explorer, maximum performance. Desktop background available. Wireless adapter settings, maximum. Sleep. We're going to never sleep. Hybrid sleep off. Never hibernate. Wake timers we want to enable, because when we purposely put the computer in sleep mode, we want to be able to wake it up. So USB settings, we do not want them suspended. PCI Express, management, okay, we're going to leave that off. Power processor, 100% minimum. Active cooling, 100% maximum. Display, turn off the display. Again, down will, after 0 comes never. So then the multimedia, when sharing, we're going to prevent idling to sleep, and video playback performance. Let's see what the choices are here. Power saving, we want performance for sure. When playing video, we want to optimize, let's see, video quality. And that's it. We're going to apply all of that. And okay, save changes, and we are on for high performance. Okay, so backtracking a little bit, when you turn off the hibernate, what that does is, for some reason, it takes it off of here, and you can't access this stuff for whatever reason. So that's why I didn't want to turn it off just yet. So now that we're in place with that, I can pull that back up and pull a command window back on, run an administrator, yes, and we want to do power CFG space -H off. Enter. So that automatically takes it off, so that now under shutdown, hibernate isn't even an option. You can still put the computer to sleep, but that's just something that was always a nuisance, so I got rid of it. Okay. Samsung USB driver for mobile phones. We both have Samsungs, so we're gonna install that. And Showman view is, I want to say that one is the right click menu. Okay, so we're gonna say next. United States English, United States of America, install. So we got those drivers. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes now. I hope you're not too horribly bored with me. You know, it would really, what would really help is if you could if the camera would be focused. I don't even know if this video is even going to be usable at this point. I'll just, you know, I'll go through the process and see if I can use it. It's mostly because, you know, I do like teaching or tutoring, or it's just that I don't always know off the top of my head, or I will have forgotten things, and that's why I don't want to claim to be an expert, and I'm not I don't want to be held responsible for your actions. If you listen to me, I'll get there. So just bear with me. Okay, so we're gonna finish that. I want Teracopy in there. Yes, on Teracopy. Accept. Associate. We don't need a desktop. We need the normal version. And boom. Next. Let's launch it. And then, okay, so on finish it's going to close. The preferences, confirm drag and drop, and default copy handler. We don't need the Explorer context menu. Okay, check free space. We don't want to test. Always on top. Play sound when complete. Yes, okay. We're going to close. Okay, so we're going to go back a folder. Go to my tools and softwares. Alright, so here we have QuickPar, 7-zip. I like 7-zip, even though Windows has its own. I don't, you know, so I got used to using it. Okay. Alright. 7-zip, file manager, and under options, this okay, right here is where you want to get rid of the extra stuff on the context menu. So open archive, extract files, extract here, extract to folder, test, add to archive. I don't ever create zip files, I just download them. But I don't need to add an additional file to another zip, and if I did, I would just create a new zip file. It's not a big deal. So add to archive, 7Z. I still just use the general zip. Compress an email, zip an email. So we're going to hit apply, okay, and boom. And so if you right click on something, 7-zip shows up, and it's not a big mess. I think I got it. Alright, moving on from the archive wares, let's have a look at benchmarking. See, this system, I don't necessarily need to do all this. I got this stuff more for my own system, so we're gonna skip that. Burning wares, I'll worry about that if we ever get into the burning. Okay, we don't need RAM disk, we don't need VirtualBox. AntiTwin is probably a good idea on this system. So, because she's got so many pictures. And I don't know if anything's duplicated. So, Autoruns. We're going to extract 2 Autoruns. So, Tools and Utilities folder. Let me see. Tools and Utilities. Tools and Utilities. So we're going to do a new folder on the C drive and call it Tools and Utilities. Boom. So then we can take this and paste it there. What that program does is show you everything that starts up with Windows. Here we go. This is a clone virtual clone drive, and this enables you to mount a disk from a file, like an ISO file or a DVD file, image file. That way you can actually run it like you put the disk in the drive. That it works just like a physical disk drive. So I like this software, and again, it's older, hasn't been updated too often. I don't know when the last time it was updated, but we're gonna trust it and install, because I know that this is a good copy. It's another freebie. Okay, startup. I don't think this installs. I think this runs. Yeah. So we're going to copy this and put that into the tools and utilities. Startup delayer. I'll wait until we need that. Okay, they always need unlocker tools. So we're gonna files get stuck and you can't move them, you can't delete them, can't do anything. So I got a couple of different ones that I use here, and I'm gonna install those. Anyone who uses a computer. Okay, I always do a custom install so that you know what you are getting, because different installers have all the extras. It wants to install antivirus program Avast or something like that, and it's just like I hate that. Okay, so let's see, core files, extra skins, help. Okay, it doesn't look like anything bad, so we're gonna do the full install. We don't need to launch it. Finish. Alright, and that's it for the tools and softwares. Now on to maintenance. We're going to install WinDirectStat. Win10. What this one does is shows you what's taking up space on your hard drive. We don't need that. We don't need extra languages. We don't need it on the desktop. So next, install. Next, we don't need to run it. Close. Okay, this one is registry cleaner, smart defrag. Revo Uninstaller is a must-have. Revo Uninstaller is a program that will make sure to get everything out of there. It doesn't leave any remnants of anything that you uninstall. The regular Windows uninstaller might uninstall a program, but then it doesn't get rid of like the drivers from that program or the extra little files, temporary files and stuff like that, and shortcuts for that program, where this one will. So that's a must-have, and we don't need a desktop shortcut. So next, and install, and we don't need to launch it. Finish. It's thanking me. You're welcome. Alright, so this O&O Shutup is another one of those programs to limit Windows on their background processes. So we're gonna, but it doesn't install, it just runs from that. So I'm gonna put it in the tools folder, and let's see, Crystal Disk Mark, Crystal Disk Info, yeah, Disk Info. So we're going to extract to the folder, which can be cut and pasted here. And what that does is tests your hard drives. So that one will put your hard drive, will tell you if anything's wrong with your hard drive. And I don't believe anything is right now, because I just tested them when I put this hardware into this tower, so it should still be good. And then the CCleaner is a must-have to me. You know, other people might not like it, but it's one of those programs that wants to install extra stuff. So you just be careful. Customize. Alright, we don't need a desktop shortcut. We do want start menu shortcuts. We don't want to connect it with the recycle bin. And then I usually let this one go where it will do intelligent cookie scan, because it helps to clean that garbage up. And then I'll do more to make sure that there's install for everyone and install location, and now I will install. Now see right here, you can't just keep clicking. Alright, so we don't want AVG, we want to decline. We don't need to view release notes, we don't need to run it, we can just exit out. Okay, so that's it for maintenance. I'm gonna go back to the antivirus later. Right now we have Windows security, so that's okay for now. I'm not installing anything that I'm scared of, because I've already used it and it's good. good to go. That's another reason why I keep it all in one spot. It's right here, ready to go. I don't have to worry. I don't have to download and remember where I got it from, so that you know, and I question its authenticity. So it's a good recommendation for you if you if you have multiple systems in your house and you're trying to you know, be efficient. So we just did maintenance. Alright, so internet and browsers. Okay, I don't know if these are the current browsers, but I know that we normally use Firefox. So I'll install it and it'll update if it's not the right, if it's too old, or you know, not the right version. Okay. Welcome to Firefox. For passwords, bookmarks, and more. So we're not going to worry about that right now. And I think she uses the light, so we're not going to do that, not right now. This garbage here, we're going to remove this section. We're going to remove the highlights, and we'll just have her top sites here. We're going to add a row. Oop. We're going to manage section, and we're going to do 2 rows. Let's see, okay, we're going to make it default, which is going to bring up Windows 10 here, and we need to change it physically from Edge to Firefox. Now it's default. I like my downloads to go to a different place. I go to all downloads, so anything, so it's a whole separate hard drive, and it doesn't fill up my C drive. And I think that was it. We're gonna, okay, Firefox is up to date. Check for updates. Okay, so it did install the proper one. Okay, so home now has 2 things. Alright, so that's Firefox. We don't need Edge. She doesn't use any of this extra stuff, so we're on to Office. Okay, I do like, we have a TrueType font, the Grimshaw hand. So I install that. That's what it looks like. It's not a common thing that you come across, and the one time I did come across it, I saved it. So every operating system that I install gets that installed. Alright, NFO viewer, we need that. That's kind of like a notepad or a text reader, text file. Okay, we don't need all these languages. I only speak 1 fluently. I do speak some French and some Spanish. More Spanish than French, but English is my dominant primary language. Okay, would you like to make it default? Yes, it's a default reader and it works. Okay, GIMP, IQ, Primo. This one lets you print to a PDF rather than automatically printing it to the printer. It'll create a PDF file. I like to do that as the default printer, and then it doesn't waste ink and paper. Alright, so we're going to download and install Windows features. My hands are sweaty. This mouse, it gets hot in this office. I have all this light for the green screen, and then I have three computers going as we speak, and then I have 3 over there that aren't going, 2 laptops, tablets, cell phones. Crazy. Okay, might need to restart. I don't want to restart right now. Okay, we can skip this. It's optional. Another thank you for installing. Finish. This is an old software from Google, Picasa. I don't think they make it anymore, but I saved the last one, Picasa 3. The reason being that it has a really nice screensaver. I don't use the program per se. I only use the screensaver part of it. We don't need that. Okay. Finish. It's got a really nice screensaver that it goes through all of your pictures, and it does a collage, and it kind of zooms, and it's almost like a video presentation, kind of, with the photos that you have on your computer, and I always liked it, so I still install it. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need the Office right now. Okay, the last good Adobe Reader was 11. It's where you can edit the PDFs freely. You might be able to do it on the DC version now, but they made it too complicated. It's too much there. This is such a lighter program, easier to use. So Reader 11, if you want to, uninstall the DC and install this one with the update. So we're going to make it default. We're not going to do any updates to it, because if it updates, then you get the DC version. I actually learned about this at work, because I had this one installed on my work computer, and I lost functionality when it updated to the DC, and so our IT department told me about this, and I've been using it ever since, just as long as it doesn't get updated. Yeah. Microsoft Edge wants to be the default PDF reader, and it's insistent until you get in there to tell it no. computer defaults. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. In the setting, PDF. Go down to where you find the PDF. PDF. Microsoft Edge. We want Adobe Reader. Period. Music player. I use Media Player. Video player. I use the VLC. So we'll come back to that. All right. I think we're done in the office for now. Go to video. All right. We're not going to do benchmark. We're not going to do resolve. The NVIDIA. For some reason, Windows 10 has part of NVIDIA's software embedded, and then the other part that actually gets the update driver, the GeForce Experience, isn't there. So you have to install it. I love these mints. Wilhelmina mints. Find them at your local Trader Joe's. I'm going to pause here because this has a different email address. So, stand by. All right. We're not really gamers here. We could skip the tour. What I want is drivers. Make sure that I have the latest driver. Oh, that's right. It has an older card in it. I should put the one I just upgraded from in this tower. Release date 2018. I forget what card it is, but it's a better card than what she had before. I don't even think the one she had before wasn't even a it wasn't even a GTX. It was before GTX. And now we're on RTX. So, I always do custom, so you can actually see what you're getting. There. Ah, okay. So we got the 3D vision, we got graphics, physics, HD audio. I mean, I think we're good. So, because it's the first install, it's already a clean install. I don't need to do it again. There we go. Come on. And this is taking a real long time, so we're gonna close this and try it again. No, that's not the latest. Huh. Okay. Well, have at it. I know she has a webcam, so I'm going to install the Logitech Capture and Zoom. And I'm sure that those both have updates to do. Okay, we don't need to launch it. We just need to know it's installed. Okay, so we got GeForce. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, VLC. I know it's got an update. I'm sure. Next. Next. Okay, now, not everybody knows to do this. Alright, so we're going to do a custom install. The start menu, desktop, we don't need a desktop. Web plugins, disks playback, audio, video, context menus. Okay, we don't need the context menus. If you've ever used VLC, it has a big section when you do a right click, and you don't need that. If it's associated with VLC, all you got to do is double click it. Why would you need to right click and then play? You know, so I'm gonna go next. We're gonna install, and while that's doing that, oh no, I'm not ready to leave the folder yet because there's Zoom still. Okay, so we're not gonna run it. Finish. Zoom. And I'm sure that one's got an update. That one updates every other day. Okay. I'm not gonna sign in right now. Music and sounds. This is okay. MP3 tags, so she doesn't worry about that. So I believe I'm done with the installs. You shouldn't need much else. And I think that we are almost done. Okay. Now, this is something that is a little bit of a pet peeve for me, is a messy startup folder, or start menu. Okay, so what I do here, where it says all programs, you can do a right click and open, and this takes you to this area here where you can make your own folders under programs. So everything that's in the start menu here is here. If you can see my hand here. So I create my own folders. So we got archive, where's, just for fun, put a Z. We got a lot of maintenance. We got office. My office. My office. Where's? Boom. And then all you need to do, okay, quickpar, I know goes to archive, WinDirectSet goes to maintenance, Windows accessories, administrative tools, PowerShell, system, WinRAR goes to archive, and Zoom goes to my office. Alright, the rest of it can be done inside this folder, or this start menu. So if you can do a right click, cut, and paste to where you want it to go. That's one way to do it. Or you can drag it and move it. See, it didn't refresh, so it's already in there. Boom. So CCleaner goes to maintenance. Classic shell I put in system. This virtual clone drive, I haven't set it up, finished setting it up yet, but that will go to system. Then unlock goes to maintenance. Logitech goes to my office. NVIDIA is a system file as far as I'm concerned. Picasa 3 is my office. Primo, my office. Revo Uninstaller is maintenance. Make sure that startup is empty. Video LAN. Sometimes I have my own folder for video software, but for her it can just be in the office. And WinRAR was supposed to go up there. Come on. Archive. Wrong place. Okay. All program. See, it's already looking way better. Alright, so Adobe Reader goes to my office. Then AntiTwin goes to maintenance. And OneDrive goes to office. Firefox can actually stay there. PowerToys is system. Settings I'm going to keep there. Teracopy is system. Unlocker is maintenance. Alright, boom, boom. Gotta bring up Firefox so I can pin this to the taskbar. And I think that's looking pretty good. All your apps are here. Notice there's no games. Something that I started to talk about, I forgot about. Okay. Everybody needs to do themselves a great big favor on this program. Okay, I am very shocked and almost disgusted that it's not already part of Windows. Okay, what this program does is it enables tabs. So you can have multiple folders open here. Okay, so you see how it is now. You click on a folder and it opens that folder. Okay, we don't want that. We want to be able to open it up separately. So if you're doing any kind of copy pasting, you don't have to find where you were. You know, it's so. This is a bit of a two-step process because there was an update on it. So if you look, just Google QTTabBar and make sure that it's a legit website. It's free. So we're going to do next. We don't need, oh yeah. We're going to do shortcuts in the start menu. But we don't want it on the desktop. I thought, never mind. Okay, you need to log off your computer, and I'm going to log off. Okay. operating system. Okay. So we installed that. We go to let's see, the update. Restart Explorer. Go there and restart. Okay, so under View Options, we don't need the classic Explorer bar, so that gets rid of that. What we want to do is, I think it's the QTTabBar, and then you can right click, or no, yeah, see there's a tab, but you can go in here. I think it's your scroll wheel. If you push on it, click on the scroll wheel and it opens up another tab. So now you have all these tabbed viewing going on. That's genius. Why doesn't Windows do that? So anywho, that is that. So now I believe that we are done. That is updating Windows. Restart required. Okay, so there's a lot of tweaks out there to get it leaner, faster. These are the basic stuff that I install personally, and little tweaks that I did. That's my preference, and you know, an opinion's like an armpit. Everybody's got one, and they usually smell. So like I said, this is just a tutorial, and I hope you can glean something from it. If not, you know, I'm sorry I wasted your time. Like I was telling you in the beginning, that this is kind of a basic install. I don't claim to be an expert, and I'm not telling you, I'm just giving you options, and giving you some help if you know, if you're newer to doing a reinstall and scared of it. Hopefully I can help you on that part, and that it wasn't so bad. You know, it's been what, 3 hours now, and it's mostly because I was doing a video with it. That I can knock this out in a couple hours, and then the rest is just tweaking over time as you notice things come up. The only thing I'm going to be doing now is just installing our Quicken software and TurboTax software, and you know, just general tweaking of the operating system. So I don't think you need me to show you that stuff. That you can find almost anything you want on YouTube, and if you know what you're looking for. If you don't know, even if you don't know what you're looking for, you can go on to Google on the search bar and just ask a question. You know, clean install. How do I do a clean install of Windows 10? You know, there's lots of people that do this, and I hope you enjoyed it. But I hope that you take something from it. Anywho, I will let you go with that. All right, have a good one. See you later.